What's up guys, it's your boy O-Fishal back here with another video, and in today's video we did something that I've never done before but wanted to do. So what we did was a Google Maps challenge. Actually, I looked on Google Maps down in Roseburg, drove an hour and a half down to Roseburg, found this random dog park and decided to do some smallmouth fishing. I'd wanted to do some smallmouth fishing before, so I had eventually finally made this trip down there back in, early to mid-September. And so I got down there, smallmouth fished for a while, didn't fish as many spots as I thought I was going to, didn't catch as many fish as I thought I was going to, didn't really get a fish as long as I was going to because of multiple reasons, but here's basically what happened. Oh, there it is. That's a big one. So basically, I saw this big smallmouth. We're down here smallmouth fishing on the Umpqua, South Umpqua actually. And I've been trying to sight fish this one and I don't know where she went. What I might do is eventually switch to probably like a lunker log sort of, or a crack and craw, but we'll see what happens. Right now I'm just I haven't been filming, I've been here for a while. Just caught a few smallmouth. And so I figured I caught fairly sizable one compared to the ones I've been seeing. So then I picked up my camera and finally started recording. And when I did, I realized that I had actually left my main SD card at home, but luckily I had 3 extras with me. So that's how you guys are seeing this right now. Oh, there was one. See, I casted it somewhere out here earlier. Well, let's not get snagged on a rock like that. Why does this have to be the story of my life? I don't want to lose this lure. This is one of my good lures here. And guess what? I just lost it. All right, so we tied a new lure on. Yeah, let's not get stuck again. If you never fished for smallmouth before, they're like so freaking aggressive. I don't know why, but this lure is spinning weird because it's bent, that's why. But yeah, they fight so hard. Even one that's like 6 inches will feel, like it's a bigger fish. So actually, when I first got here, to be honest, I figured it doesn't look that deep. I don't know if this is a really good fishing hole, but I saw a boat come out there and go to the other side down there, which I can't exactly get to, but they were catching so many. They were catching them left and right. So obviously they're in here. There are some decent fish in here. I'm sure the stretches of the river get bigger depending on which way you go. And so I might go down or upstream. Not really sure what I'm doing. I just kind of drove. I wanted to come down to Roseburg to fish for smallmouth. It's been kind of a dream sort of trip, I guess, day trip for me for a while. Yeah, it's a really nice day, Southern Oregon. We drove almost an hour and a half to get down here. If I had to guess right now, if they're picky, which I would be surprised if they were, considering that they're smallmouth, but I would think that they would prefer green and blue over red, maybe, I don't know. Like I said, there was a pretty big smallmouth over there. It looked like it was about a pound or something. It was a good fish, and I was trying to catch it. Didn't really seem interested, which made me think it was probably a spawning female. I'm not exactly sure when the females spawn. Judging by all the small fish, they may have spawned already, and there's a fish. Woo! That's not a terrible one. It's about the size of the last one I caught off camera. I mean, just look at this 8-pound line. They're just such atrocious fighters. He's a little chunky guy too. There's hey, stop. Littlemouth billy bass. Like I said, such hardy fish. They can survive, they go through a lot and they survive it, so they're really tough fish. It didn't feel like it was that hot when I got here. It was actually fairly cool. I thought about putting on a sweatshirt and I'm glad I haven't because I am roasting right now. I'm sweating. What I wanted to do, which would be almost a surefire bet to maybe get some of these fish that are a little bit more hesitant to bite, would be throw on like a crawdad lure or, like I said, the crack and craw. But really it's like, smallmouth are not very picky eaters. I believe the people that were catching them left and right out of that little boat, I think they were using worms, which I didn't bring any with me. So, but I just chose, actually, I wanted to go down to Roseburg and I just hooked myself in the stomach. How did that even happen? Anyway, back to what I was saying. I wanted to come down to Roseburg, so I looked at Google Maps. So I was gonna fish some park or something like that, and I just chose the random, park. Didn't know what it was, didn't know what it looked like. This was just the first, park that I chose. And so far I've caught, I wanna say close to half a dozen, and I've hooked a few more, but I probably caught like 5. But none of them have been, exceptional fish. Some of them have been decent. I think these fish are so spread out because when I first got here, I was getting all kinds of bites, and now they might be back near those edges. So we're gonna keep fishing and maybe not film as much, but I'll let you guys know when something happens. All right, we just hooked, I thought he came off. Look at that, like the surrounding weeds is bigger than the fish. Hey, there he goes. Not the most graceful release, but he'll be good. I think that's like fish number 2 on camera. Honestly, not sure what happened to most of the big fish because, when I was over here, I could see several good ones. There's also tadpoles like everywhere. And most of them are like the in-between stage where they're like basically frogs, but not quite. So, when I first came down here, they all jumped in the water like instantly. It was pretty funny. It's kind of scary too. But I really, unfortunately, I'm like stuck in just barely in the shallow area because those rocks over there, like I said, this river isn't super accessible everywhere. So I can't exactly get over there, but I can see it's a lot deeper along that edge, which makes sense considering that's where those people were catching all those bass. There we go. That might be better. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this shorter video. Like I said, we only caught half a dozen to a dozen fish. I didn't get most of them on camera, so that was kind of a bummer, but we did see some decent fish. Had I known, I would have probably brought worms down and I would have caught a ton of them because there was people across the river that were just knocking them dead on worms. So that was pretty cool though, to go down there and do that, even though these fish were, microscopic for the most part. It was still a fun experience, and I loved the drive down to Roseburg and back. If I hadn't mentioned, this was the South Umpqua River, which is actually not part of the main stem Umpqua. But the South Umpqua is actually a smaller river. It's usually not as shallow. They got the big rocky shelves like you see on the Umpqua. And little did I know they were actually closing the river down in about 2 weeks or a week. So I hit that time perfectly. They apparently closed down the river in October because of the salmon run, so you can't fish that river at all. So it's a good thing I went down there the weekend that I did, because that would have been the last weekend that I would have had the chance. If you guys like this video, make sure to go down there, like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that like button if you're a subscriber and you watch all my videos, but don't like. Well, you obviously like the videos, so you might as well just, take a second and a half maybe to click that button. This is officially my last adventure posted of 2021. The next video I have should be posted on New Year's Eve day. It's basically a fishing compilation of our best and funniest moments of the year. So hopefully you guys find some value and enjoy that. I tried hard over the months to make that video. That's going to be a longer video because it's going to be the last video of 2021, recapping, all the good moments, and basically looking forward to 2022 and hoping we can do some stuff, even under different circumstances and with a full-time job. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but hopefully you guys enjoyed these adventures throughout 2021. And stay tuned for 2022. We got the Florida series blazing, coming in hot. I need to finish up those videos, but I got really about 10 videos, give or take. A couple of them aren't fishing, so I've got videos all across the board. from a couple other things we did there. So you guys will definitely want to stay tuned for that, because I feel like that's my best series cinematically that I've ever worked on. And also we caught a ton of fish species, a bunch of different fish, and it was a great, you know, little adventure down there for a week. Anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Keep supporting the channel. Let's get us to 100 subscribers. And remember, tight lines, boys and girls. Peace.